Hello people, welcome back to a sit down video where we are going to talk about books. This video is especially for all those who are beginners and have just started reading books or are thinking of starting the habit of reading books. Today I'm going to share 5 tips that I have learned. Keep in mind that I am also a beginner. I just started reading books, self-help books from 2021, and in these 5 to 6 months I have learned some things that I want to share with you all, and I'm still learning, so that's a good thing. Now let's start with the first one, which is buy books from different niche. What I mean by that, I have noticed in me that whenever I sit to read a book, after a point of time I get bored of reading that. You are also going to do the same if you are a beginner. So I would suggest you to buy books from different topics. Let me give you an example and I hope you would understand. So I have a few books here, and well, wait a while. Some books which are these. Okay, so I have also shared a book haul video in which I have told you about these books. You can watch that video too after this. It would be nice to have some suggestions. Okay, so for example, this book is about communication, how to win and influence people. Then it's Ikigai, the purpose of life. Then it's related to studies, money, time management, and then mindset. So all of these are from different niche. It is possible that I'm reading this a book on time management, and simultaneously I am also reading this book. What I would suggest is that try that. There is book, one should be light reading and the one should be other should be something that I think provokes your mind. For example, if this book if this book is something that leaves you with a question after reading this book. Also, there are few books which does that. So I would read this in the morning, and then before sleeping at night, if I have time, I would like to read this because it is about communication. It is light reading for me. It can vary from people to people. So that leads us to the second suggestion of this video, which is it is not at all important to finish a book and then move on to the next book or another book. Come on, it's not our syllabus and academic books that we have to finish, complete the syllabus and then give exams. It's not like that. It's for our growth. The whole point of reading these self-help books is to apply them in real life, and through which we could ultimately make our life easier and better. We could become the better version of us. We could have that growth, and it would really help us to thrive in our career or whatever field you are reading about. I ordered my first 3 books at a time from Amazon. I was like, the first three were these 3 books maybe. So I was like, first I need to finish this and then I would move on to this. But it's not true. I was lucky that I could see it from another point of view, that it is about learning. It is about learning from these books. It is about what we understand after reading the book, what we can comprehend from reading that book. Are we able to apply them in our life? So that at the end, that's what matters. Now the next one is, don't compare your reading speed with anyone else. I believe that everyone on this planet who reads have their own reading speed. So basically, don't feel guilty or upset that you don't finish a book in a week. That I used to for a while, but now I don't. It could be their practice also. It could be that they are reading all sorts of books and novels from their childhood, and here you are just a fresher, a beginner. So don't compare your reading speed or in general anything with anyone else. But at the same time, grow in yourself. For example, slowly increase your reading speed, understand. And okay, so what I do is that if I read a paragraph, I stop for a while and I ask myself that, okay, what I learned from this paragraph, and then move on to the next, and then next. So I do like that, and then utilize whatever you read. You can also make notes maybe on the side of the book or on a totally different page on A4 sheets or however you want to. But what I have seen that you have to revise a book a lot of times. That is written in this book also, that you have to revise books if you really want to grow. The fourth one is, start from what interests you. If it is fiction, go for it. If it is space, technology, AI, history, arts, craft, foods, culture, whatever it is, go for it. Don't jump directly into a very heavy book with a very heavy vocabulary, and which is going to be tougher to read for a beginner. Start from something which find your interest. Let's take example of a person. Let's name him or her Akriti. So she have interest in, let's say, culture of different countries and about its food and different kind of things. Then she must start reading books and topics and articles which talk about different cultures, which talk about history, which talk about food. So she should start from there. If for example, if she starts reading something about let's say a topic of space or AI for that matter, and it does not interest her at all, so what would happen? It would after a point of time when she would not understand what she's reading, it would be a nightmare for her. Reading would be nothing, like she could not use the benefit of reading, and every time she would read again, it would haunt her. So start from something that interests you, and then after a point of time, go to something that does not interest you slowly, and you don't force yourself to understand that. Again, pairwise do that if you can. Now moving on to the last one, which is prefer buying books from offline stores than online stores. I have my reasons why I'm telling this. Is that okay? So I live in a place which is like town kind of place, so village and town kind of place. I have not access on offline bookstores. So what I have is what I am left with is just that online store, Amazon, Flipkart. So what I'm trying to say here is that I only read books which are famous, books which are recommended online on YouTube. I usually go on YouTube, so I am able to read only those books. But if you have access on offline stores, I would request you to go there, have a glance of that book, and then ask that, do you really want this book? Will you like to invest your money on this book? Then how would it add value in your life? So that is something that you should ask. Please prefer offline stores over online. I'm not saying that online recommendations are not good enough. They are, and that's why I'm reading all of these books. So to summarize the whole video, we can say that start slow, read consistently, and don't panic, don't compare, and then read out of your comfort zone. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much.